Hello everyone, welcome to our channel IVLegal. In our today's video, we are going to discuss in continuation to our Indian Evidence Act lecture series, Section 28 of Indian Evidence Act. Section 28 talks about confession made after the removal of impression caused by inducement, threat or promise. Then such confession becomes relevant. तो basically ये वो सारे confessions होते हैं जो after any impression is caused on account of inducement, threat or promise, after those impressions are removed, the confession becomes relevant. जैसे कि आप सेक्शन 24 की अगर आपने हमारी वीडियो देखी होगी इन अ प्रीवियस वीडियोस वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट सेक्शन 24 ऑफ इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट, वो आप हमारे चैनल पर विजिट करके देख सकते हैं. तो सेक्शन 24 में ये बताया था हम लोगों ने कि confession made on account of any inducement, threat or promise becomes irrelevant and is not admissible in criminal proceeding. अगर person in authority के पास आप confession दे रहे हैं and that is made on account of any inducement, threat or promise, then that becomes inadmissible. That is not relevant. तो अगर इस सेक्शन को आप ऐसा मान लीजिए, सेक्शन 28 इज नथिंग बट एन एक्सेप्शन टू सेक्शन 24. कैसे कि सेक्शन 24 में कन्फेशन इनएडमिसिबल हो जाता है, इट इज इररेलेवेंट व्हेन इट इज ऑब्टेन्ड बाय इंड्यूसमेंट, थ्रेट और प्रॉमिस. बट जब ये इंड्यूसमेंट, थ्रेट और प्रॉमिस हट जाता है वहां से और फिर अगर कोई पर्सन कन्फेस करता है, देन इट बिकम्स रेलेवेंट एंड देन इट बिकम्स एडमिसिबल. तो सेक्शन यही बताता है कि though confession is not admissible or not relevant when there is inducement, threat or promise, but it becomes relevant when this threat, inducement or promise is removed. The impression caused by this inducement, threat or promise is removed. तो अब इस सेक्शन के ingredients को हम डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. तो दिस सेक्शन बेसिकली states that confession is made by accused person. सबसे पहला ingredient है कि accused person के थ्रू कोई confession आया है. Second is the confession is made after the removal of inducement, threat और promise as under section 24. 24 में जिस तरह का inducement, threat और promise बताया गया है, अगर उसके थ्रू आ रहा है तो confession relevant नहीं होगा. लेकिन इस section का ingredient क्या है कि जब accused confession दे रहा है तो it should be made after the removal of inducement, threat and promise. Now the third ingredient is that such confession is relevant and admissible. अगर confession after the removal of inducement, threat or promise है, then that confession becomes relevant also and is admissible. And why is it admissible? Because it is now made voluntarily. अब यहाँ पर किसी भी प्रकार का कोई inducement नहीं है, threat नहीं है, promise नहीं है. So this confession is made voluntarily and hence this part of confession becomes relevant because it is made after the removal of the inducement, threat and promise. So actual position of this section should be as an exception to section 24 or after section 24. But since it is under section 28, so we can understand it in such a way that this is basically an exception to section 24, where once the inducement, threat and promise is removed, the confession made after that is relevant and admissible as per this section. That was a general understanding of this section. Now in our next video, we are going to discuss about section 29 of Indian Evidence Act. तो हम मिलेंगे हमारी अगली वीडियो में. टिल द टाइम, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.